The American Dream Team won the Ryder Cup in style. What a putt from Justin Leonard. What a great claim from the Irish.
Their crowning moment. 12 strong team.
Hello and welcome to the Ryder Cup Live. We're on the first tee of Marco Simone to bring you all the build-up, anticipation and excitement at the most atmospheric location in world sport. We're on the first tee of the Ryder Cup, 5,000 capacity here, and my goodness, what an atmosphere we will have. This is the calm before the storm. Hello and welcome to the 44th Ryder Cup between the United States of America and Europe. What a 3 days we have in prospect, 28 matches. 3 days, as I say, 2 teams and just the one winner. In just over 90 minutes' time, the first tee shot will be struck, and this place will be simply electric. Rome has provided the perfect backdrop, and this is one of the most eagerly anticipated competitions in golf.
The Eternal City. Ancient. Iconic, epic, where the foundations of an empire inspired noble leaders who prize courage and respect above all. Great theatres have heralded the bravery of men, triumph and tragedy celebrated on this enduring stage. Before the arches of victory, legions of warriors have fought for honor. Brothers united as one. From these historic ruins, heroes will rise through acts of defiance, confronting their destiny. For allied rivals, all roads lead to Rome and eternal glory.
Well, it's probably quite quiet on the first tee right now, Di, but it's about to get really, really busy. The crowds have just been let in here at the Ryder Cup. They've been waiting very, very patiently just on the other side of that security gate you saw behind me, and now they are heading, some of them running pretty quickly, like Usain Bolt for the first tee. Let's head on with them and let's show you what they're going to see as they head over this bridge and make their way to the first tee here at the Ryder Cup. Cameraman Tim is going to follow me. So many people who have got the lucky ticket to be able to watch the day one of the action here at the Ryder Cup. It's going to be absolutely fabulous. The morning foursomes that start in under 2 hours time now. They're going to head over this bridge towards the Ryder Cup spectator village. And you can sense the excitement. Here they are. I think I can guess who they're supporting. Decked out in their USA hats, shirts and shorts. Got a bit of a workout this, isn't it, Tim? Right, so once we get over this bridge, then we're going to head down. Look at them running there. Absolutely incredible. 5,000 seats there are on that grandstand overlooking the first tee. These people have all got tickets because it's all ticketed now, so you need to get a ticket to have a seat to be able to watch the action unfold as it begins in, as I said, less than 2 hours time at 7:35 local time. Game one, John Rahm and Tyrrell Hatton leading us off against Scotty Scheffler and Sam Burns. So we are now in the Ryder Cup spectator village. If you have got a ticket for the Ryder Cup. This is a place you're going to want to come to just relax and hang out. We've got the official merchandise. Run, Forrest, run, they're shouting. Absolutely brilliant. I can't run because I've got all this gear on, but you've got the official merchandise shop away to my left. Tim could just show us that. So if you are here at the Ryder Cup and you want to pick up some souvenirs, too early for that, 5:45 local time, but that's where you'll be heading if you want to get some official Ryder Cup merchandise, food and drink as well. And then as we head off this way, come on, let's trot, Tim, try and keep up with them. As we head up this way towards the driving range, the media centre as well, thousands upon thousands of writers and broadcasters, media from all over the world. The Ryder Cup, one of the biggest events in sport. Everyone here to cover it. They're saying don't run, but that's not working because everybody's running. And we're making our way to the first tee. I'm guessing the speed at which these people are running, most of them at the front will have made it to the first tee now, or at least as close as they can get. So we're coming up towards the BMW fan zone. There's the Hilton Chipping Challenge. Plenty of stands here at the Spectator Village offering experiences for the fans to try. Looking forward to future Ryder Cups. Bethpage Black, the next in a couple of years' time, then the 2027 Ryder Cup here in Europe at Adair Manor in Ireland. So looking ahead to that, but we've got plenty to get through this week before that. Who's going to take it? Will it be the Europeans winning again on European soil, or will it be the Americans who can do it over here in Europe for the first time in 30 years? So this huge crowd that we are now part of, thankfully Tim and I, we've got the golden ticket so we can get past this point, but you'll see in front of me, this is where they're being held before they get to the first tee. That opens in a little bit. We're going to try and make our way through security. Hopefully lets us through. Yep, that's the golden ticket. Sorry guys. So I'm going to take you to here because I've got the driving range on my left. The players will be there in a little bit, and the media centre on my right. If Tim could just swing round, we can see just how many people are here. So they've got through security. They've made that long walk, a run for most of them, to get to here, and that's where they're being held by security, waiting patiently. And we have to say that the crowds are immaculately well behaved here so far at the Ryder Cup. They were waiting brilliantly at the security, and now they've come all the way here and they're waiting patiently. They've got that lucky ticket to be able to go onto the first tee. Let's just quickly get over there. We've got the driving range to our left. Floodlights are on. No players out yet, but we will be live with you as soon as the players move out to get ready for their matches. We're thinking in about half an hour's time we'll start to see the first players. Presumably it'll be Rahm, Hatton, Scheffler and Burns will be first out to practice just to get ready for that first tee shot. So the driving range off to the left, and then off to the right here. Again, we're pretty lucky to be able to circumvent most of the crowds and get through here. We're going to head up to the chipping and putting green, and then I'm going to leave you a long way in the distance. Hopefully Tim can pick it out in the distance. Obviously it's still very dark. The first tee stand towering in the distance. 5,000 seats it is. Slightly smaller than it was in Paris. It was 8,000 there, but it is going to be a cauldron of noise. Absolutely brilliant atmosphere there where you are, Di. And the players will be out here on the chipping green and the putting green soon. And those fans will be there in those seats, singing and getting ready very, very soon.
They certainly will be. Adam, I'm very impressed with your athletic ability coming through the village and making your way to the media centre and by the putting green. As you alluded to, the fans are making their way in here. And I've spoken to so many over the last few days. They travelled from all over the globe. So excited to be here for the 44th staging of the Ryder Cup. Do not forget that the Americans are the defending champions. Convincing victory back in Wisconsin in 2021. It was 99, wasn't it? But a huge stat that's been thrown around over the past few months is the fact that the Americans haven't won on European soil for 30 years, since 1993. As you said, there's a capacity here of this incredible, we have to say amphitheatre, of course, because we're in Rome, of 5,000. And we have some fans already in our stadium with us, waiting for that first tee shot. At the foursomes, of course, the last time we had foursomes at the start of a Ryder Cup was back in 1993, and Luke Donald has gone with that. It will be 4 balls this afternoon. Adam spoke about those first groups. The first group is John Rahm and Tyrrell Hatton against Scotty Scheffler and Sam Burns. We'll be speaking a lot more about those groups very shortly. But so much has happened already this week. We had a gala dinner on Wednesday night, and the players were all at the Spanish Steps. Also, the Junior Ryder Cup has taken place over the last few days. Absolutely fantastic for all these young players, gaining so much experience, absorbing every moment of this Ryder Cup experience, speaking to the main guys as well. And it was a European victory, 20.5 points to 9.5 points after 6 straight defeats from the Americans in previous years. So congratulations to the Junior European Ryder Cup team. We also had the All-Star match, and stars from stage and screen and from sport as well. We even had Novak Djokovic, 24-time tennis Grand Slam winner, teeing off here at Marco Simone, and he did get the tennis racket out to start with and tried to hit the golf ball, but do you know what? He's got a very good swing and went straight down the first. Carlos Sainz, the Formula One driver, was here as well, and so many more. Victor Cruz, NFL Super Bowl winner. So we expect a lot more celebrities on this first tee. And the first tee, to remind you, is in about 90 minutes' time. This first hole is uphill, slight dogleg to the left, 445 yards. Let's get a deep dive into holes 1 and 2 here at Marco Simone. And also, I'd like to try a little bit of Italian. Buongiorno to everybody out there.
There is nothing that can prepare you for the anticipation and adrenaline experienced on the first tee of a Ryder Cup. It's like nothing else in the game. Picking up momentum and building a lead is crucial in the Ryder Cup. Since 1985, just over 63% of teams leading after the second hole go on to win the match. A mind-blowing statistic.
In 2021, the United States was 9-1-2 when leading after the second hole, which means the opening 2 holes at Marco Simone are tactically crucial for both teams in 2023.
A team could really benefit from taking the opening hole, a 445-yard par 4. Over 60% of matches are won after winning the first hole.
With nerves hopefully under control after the first, the demanding par 4 second gives players plenty of options off the tee.
For their second shots, you would absolutely rather play from the fairway than the rough. These players want to control a spin as much as they possibly can when hitting their approach shots.
The average approach distance here is around 180 yards, which is a hard 8-iron or an easy 7-iron for most of these guys. However, adrenaline pumping, I'm thinking it's probably an 8.
It's up at the green where you are most likely to run into problems. With the green being very hard to hit in regulation, a par has a great chance of getting your team's colors on the scoreboard.
Who will walk off that second green with the all-important momentum? Who will be up in the match? Making better decisions on these opening 2 holes could be absolutely crucial.
USA! 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 USA!
Okay. So I've found some European fans here right at the front of the queue. I don't know if you can hear me on the microphone. I hope you can. Okay, brilliant. I've been reliably informed that they can hear us here. What's your name? Where you come from?
John from Texas.
Oh, great. So who are you looking forward to? I'm guessing you're looking forward to seeing that opening match. Two Texans playing, good friends, Scotty Scheffler and Sam Burns against Jon Rahm and Tyrrell Hatton.
Should be great. We're hoping to get some good seats on the first tee.
And so you've got the lucky ticket. You're going to be on when they let everyone in, because that's the breaking news that they're going to open the gates in about 25 minutes from here. We're right at the front of the queue. You can see the hordes behind us waiting to get onto the front tee. In about 25 minutes, you'll be able to go and take your seat. You've got a ticket to be on there.
We've got general admission tickets, we got endurance, so we're going to make a dead heat sprint to the first tee.
I was going to say, you've got to be able to run pretty quickly from what we've seen so far.
That's right, these Europeans are a little too slow to keep up with us.
And how do we think the Ryder Cup's going to go? Obviously the big story is 30 years, it's been quite a long time, probably since way before a lot of you were born, since the last time the USA won over here in Europe. You've made the trip over here. Are you going to see them do it?
No better time than now. We got up at 3 a.m. this morning to be here. We're going to see it happen.
Cup stays with America.
What makes you confident?
USA.
That's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
USA! 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 USA!
Okay, well,
USA!
Di, I think we'll leave it there, and I think safe to say they're confident.
Will be the last ball struck in this year's Ryder Cup.
Is to win the match. Apart from around 30 feet or so. On its way, getting a little bit closer. It's going to go to the right of the hole. Is it? Was it in the hole? What a way to finish the Ryder Cup. Alex Noren takes off his cap, throws it in the air, and now his teammates are about to jump on top of him. How apt that a European putt from distance should find the bottom of the cup in the very last blow of the 2018 Ryder Cup.
Oh, and who can forget Alex Noren sealing victory in Paris in 2018 for the Europeans. Just to remind you, I'm on the first tee here at Marco Simone, and the first tee off is at 7:35. And I have to say, I'm hearing some cheering from those in our crowd. Capacity 5,000 here. Can you hear them cheering Europe? I'm sure we've got some American fans as well in there. It's brilliant. Honestly, it literally doesn't get any better than this. It's an atmosphere like no other, and in about half an hour's time, I'm sure I won't be able to hear myself. But we saw the opening ceremony yesterday, and the crucial speeches from Zach Johnson and Luke Donald, the captains, respectively, of the United States of America and Europe. It was absolutely sensational. We had world-class entertainment, and the cheers I was watching in the audience as all the players stood up on the stage, it was electric. If that doesn't get you going, then simply nothing will. Talking about those pairings that the captains announced, let's take a look at them right now. And who is first off for Team Europe? Well, it's Jon Rahm and Tyrrell Hatton, who played together in 2021. They take on the world number one Scotty Scheffler and Sam Burns, who won the Dell Technologies match play earlier this year. The young Scandinavian pairing are off at 7:50. Victor Hovland and Ludwig Aubert take on Max Homa and Brian Harman. The next group is Shane Lowry and Sepp Straka against Morikawa and Fowler, the two Californians. And finally, my goodness, what a pairing that is, Schauffele and Cantlay, undefeated in 2021, taking on McIlroy and Fleetwood. Will we be saying Fleetwood Mac come the end of Sunday? So confirmation of all those matches today. Foursomes, don't forget, it's a change. First time we've had foursomes in Europe since 1993. The Americans were victorious then. Scheffler and Burns. Scotty Scheffler, as I say, a world number one, two-time winner on the PGA Tour this season, playing in his second Ryder Cup with Sam Burns, his great mate. They are really, really good friends. Jon Rahm and Tyrrell Hatton both playing in their third Ryder Cups. Fiery characters, I'm sure they'll be spurring each other on. Match number two, Max Homa and Brian Harman. Brian Harman, the Open champion, missed out in 2018. Got the phone call from Jim Furyk and another phone call from Steve Stricker saying you haven't made it, but this time around, Zach Johnson called him and said, you're in. Of course, he qualified. And Max Homa, fantastic at the President's Cup last year, 4-0 in that. Victor Hovland and Ludwig Aubert, possibly one of the most talked about pairings out there. Aubert having only turned pro in June, a winner in Switzerland at the Amiga European Masters. And what about Hovland winning the Tour Championship, the BMW Championship, the FedEx Cup? He's certainly on fire. Ricky Fowler playing in his 5th Ryder Cup with his great mates Colin Morikawa, Shane Lowry, Seb Straka, as they say, Straka, the winner of the John Deere Classic, just in July it was, in fact. And Schauffele Cantlay, a formidable duo, winning 2 matches in 2021, taking on Rory McIlroy, the most experienced player here. He's played in 6 Ryder Cups, 14 points to his name. He is with Tommy Fleetwood, who was obviously outstanding in 2018, partnering Molinari. Fleetwood Mac, I feel it's got a ring to it. Definitely more arriving here on the first tee, and not long to go. So it's about 80 minutes now. We have spoken quite a lot about Luke Donald over the past few months, and he has attention to detail, finger on the pulse. He has literally no stone has not been uncovered. On the course, the data, the analysis has been sorted out in the team room. Honestly, it is sensational. Take a look at this.
Good morning, everyone. Luke Donald here, your captain. Just wanted to take you through some of the European team spaces that we have in store here at Marco Simone for the Ryder Cup. Follow me. For me, the big thing about this area was to create something homely, something where they felt like they could be all together. We've got some pictures from our practice trip on the walls. Again, this was the first time as a team we got together. We have a chill out area. People who might not be playing in the morning on a Friday or Saturday can come here, watch a bit of the coverage. Through here is where the guys will be having their breakfast, lunch before the matches. Very serene spaces. We've got some great pictures on the walls. Jose, Sevi, iconic partnerships. This is an amazing space just for them to keep that team bonding going. So follow me, we'll go downstairs to the locker room. This is where the players will first see the history wall. This is every player that has played for Team Europe. History is really important part of this week. It's an important part of why we play Ryder Cups. We're inspired by those who came before us, and it's now our opportunity to write our own story. Only 168 players have ever played for Team Europe. Sevi is obviously a big part of it. You'll see a lot of Sevi within the team areas. A big part of my captaincy is to making sure all the rookies feel like they belong, that they have an opportunity to contribute to Team Europe. And these are the guys that in the past have really shined as rookies. And this is our locker room. Alphabetical order, player, caddy, player, caddy. Again, we're all part of a team, we're all in this together. Come through, their bags are ready, all their stuff, all their gear. You know, the guys' eyes will be lighting up when they come see this for the first time. Now, follow me to my most favorite room in this area. This is our team dressing room. Now, this is where I wanted to create a very intimate space, a sacred room where we could all come together, share ideas, share stories. Every player under their name says, "This is your time," in their native language. It's 12 lockers plus 1, 13 lockers, 1 for Sevi. Sevi is our ultimate symbol of what makes a European player great. His spirit and his enthusiasm and his soul will be with us all the way. The last thing they see once they head out to the golf course. Picture of Sevi, designed by local art students, forever in our hearts. Again, an ode to Sevi. What the Ryder Cup meant to him, they will feel that as they go out, and they'll be ready to go.
Well, we heard from the USA fans just there. In the interest of balance, let's hear from some European fans now.
Rory, 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 Tommy, Tommy, Tommy,
Okay, well, we'll let you decide whether or not you prefer the USA chant or the slightly more creative European chant that we've got there, Rory and then Tommy. You are part of the Guardians. You've come from all over the world to support Europe. Give us a sense of where some of you are from, because you're South African, some of you living in the Netherlands. Give us the full story.
No, absolutely. So the official or original Guardians inspired us, but we call ourselves the Southern Guardians, like a tag along. And yeah, we're here to support Europe, all of us South Africans living abroad. And yeah, out and about, we're going to enjoy the day. Now it's still dark, but we're going to have a couple of drinks later and yeah, experience a great round of golf.
It's amazing. It shows also the international attractiveness really of the Ryder Cup. It touches every corner of the globe, and it's great that you've come over here to support Europe. The outfits, where did we get these from? I mean, you look absolutely splendid, and you're all wearing exactly the same thing. Where did you find them?
It was locally made by someone in Nelspruit in South Africa. So we've got some family who...
You've got a personal tailor.
Yeah, exactly.
Very
South African tailor.
Very impressive.
Not as impressive as the Italian tailors, but it's okay.
We'll get there.
Yeah.
You're singing about Rory and Tommy. Obviously, you're supporting the Europeans. Who are you most looking forward to seeing? Which match of those first four are you particularly looking forward to?
Rory and Tommy.
And also John Rahm.
Rambo.
We're here for Rambo.
Yeah, that first one. There's going to be some fireworks in that one. Rahm and Hatton, the two angry boys. Can they keep calm against Scheffler and Burns, the two Americans? That should be a brilliant one. I'm personally looking forward to watching Fleetwood and McIlroy. They were singing about them later. I guess we'll let you sing it out. You choose another song, and we'll hand it back to the studio, singing our way out. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Great stuff. Enjoy your day, guys.
Thanks very much, Adam. I think it's going to take you a while to recover from that. In fact, we've got some Guardians of the Cup behind me, and they've just thrown me a little card. You scan this QR code, and you can find out all their songs and sing along with them. I'm sure a lot will be singing along very shortly. You spoke about that opening partnership of Tyrrell Hatton and John Rahm. They did play together in 2021, and I can't wait to see the explosive nature between them. Maybe they'll calm each other down. Now, those outfits were brilliant. It's still a little bit dark here, but in about 20 minutes' time, you'll be able to see more outfits around here. Over the years, the teams have had hits and misses in terms of fashion, but the fashion's definitely getting better. Let's find out exactly what the European side will be wearing on day one.
The opening matches of the 2023 Ryder Cup are finally here, and the players are raring to go. There is a noble heritage behind the Ryder Cup, which is why this Loro Piana uniform is the perfect fit for my team. On Friday, we've gone for a colour palette that features tones evocative of Italy as we celebrate the Ryder Cup being played in the eternal city of Rome, while also hoping it can evoke the emotion of some of Italy's greatest sports stars.
Welcome to one of the greatest events in golf and one of the greatest in all of sport. The USA against Europe.
There's something about coming together as a team, unifying to play for something bigger than ourselves, and the Ryder Cup does that.
This looks good.
The team, camaraderie, chemistry, everything about it, it's captivating.
Red versus blue, Europe versus America.
It becomes theatre. It becomes an occasion.
You know, your emotions are in it the whole week. There's a lot on the line.
What a thing to do at a time like this. Oh, you beauty! That's what the Ryder Cup is all about. Stunning performance.
And finishes in style.
Unbelievable. Beautifully hauled. And that just draws the line under one of the great Ryder Cups.
You go through these incredible emotions together and you come out the other end usually better for it.
It really is all set up for a fantastic Ryder Cup. But just to remind you, this is the 44th staging of it. The Ryder Cup itself, it dates back to 1927. We're here in glorious Roma, Italia, and we're on the first tee here, and the crowd is certainly building. They've travelled from all over the place, from the... You can hear where they've come from the United States of America. They've traveled from North Carolina, Wisconsin, Ohio, New York, California, Florida. I've spoken to so many American fans this week. And for Europe, all over Europe, Germany, Denmark, Sweden, Norway. I've listened to this. Oh, do you know what? This noise, it is going to be rocking in about 20 minutes time, but you've been brilliant so far. As I say, France, from Ireland, Scotland, all over the UK, France, Germany, Sweden, Norway, and the first tee off is at 7:35. I just want to remind everyone here on the first tee that the Americans are the defending champions. I thought that might cause a bit of a stir, winning 19-9 in 2021, but the Europeans have not been defeated on European soil since 1993, 30 years. We cannot wait for this one, and both teams are set up, poised and ready. That opening ceremony yesterday was it really was spine-tingling, reminding you that it is the foursomes this morning and the four balls this afternoon. And I have to just wax lyrical about Rome here. It's absolutely gorgeous. It dates back to 753 BC. The Ryder Cup itself, not quite as old as they say, 1927, but a historic place, and I'm sure we are set up for a historic few days here. We cannot wait. This golf course is no pushover. It's a challenge. It challenges every part of your game. We've spoke about the first couple of holes and this first tee shot, which I can't see right now, but sunrise is in about 20 minutes time. At about 6:45, and every hole is a challenge. Let's have a look at the 8th and 9th, the turn, and take a deep dive into those two holes.
The Ryder Cup is about getting up in your match and then staying up. And if you have the lead with 9 holes to go, you're clear favourites to go ahead and win. The turn is a seminal moment in a round of golf, an opportunity to reflect, reboot and refocus if needs be.
Since 1985, teams leading at the turn go on to win nearly 78% of matches, while in 2021, players up in their matches after 9 holes had a record of 8-1-0.
In 2021, Europe led after 9 in only 6 of the 28 matches. They simply must do better this time around.
The 8th and 9th holes at Marco Simone are fantastic risk-reward holes that give you a great chance to get a firm grasp on your match and gain that all-important advantage at the turn.
The 8th is the second hardest hole on the golf course. It really plays into the hands of the longer hitters on both teams. 25 yards extra off the tee gains players over a fifth of a stroke.
Missing the green here can hurt you more than any other hole, adding almost a stroke on average to a score.
Win the 8th and you've got a great chance to take the match. Since 1985, winners of the 8th hole have won nearly 65% of Ryder Cup matches, more than any other hole.
The 9th hole, a 587-yard par 5, again will allow the players who can really move it off the tee to have the ability to gain an advantage. But you have to be careful. A missed fairway here adds over half a stroke, the costliest at Marco Simone.
Playing 0.3 shots under par, this is the second easiest hole on the course.
With less than 47% of matches resulting in halves on par 5s, which is lower than par 3s and par 4s, the 8th and 9th around the turn at Marco Simone will play a crucial role in this year's Ryder Cup.
Well, apologies for me being slightly out of breath, but we've made our way all the way to the very top of this absolutely huge grandstand on the first tee at Marco Simone. Let's just give you a sense of where we are. Cameraman Tim's made the run up here as well. He's a little bit out of breath, aren't you? Good work, mate. That is the queue all the way down there behind the first tee. You can see the Guardians, the European Guardians that we spoke to a few minutes ago down there to the left. They're getting towards the first tee now, but just gives you a sense of the huge numbers of people down there waiting to get in. They're all lucky enough to have a ticket to be able to sit here on the first tee and watch the action as it unfolds, starting at 7:35 local time here in Rome. Jon Rahm and Tyrrell Hatton leading off Europe against Scotty Scheffler and Sam Burns. Now, if we can just squeeze our way through these very well-behaved members of the media here on the balcony, they're pretty lucky as well, because they're going to be able to watch the first tee shot from, as you can see, just over my shoulder. An absolutely beautiful vantage point. If Tim can just push in there. Thank you very much for letting us through. It is quite tight up here, standing room only, but that is going to be a magnificent view for when Jon Rahm or Tyrrell Hatton, hopefully, I suppose from a European perspective, pipes a drive straight down that par 4 first. It's going to be a fabulous atmosphere. Those seats are slowly starting to fill up. They'll be chanting and singing. The sun is beginning to rise over the mountains behind me. It's a magnificent scene here at Marco Simone Golf Club, and we are ready for the action to begin very, very soon.
So Jamie settles over this one. There it goes. Now then, he's watching this a little bit anxiously. Oh, what a shot! Oh, it's almost in the hole! Oh, my goodness me! What a shot! He spun it back to no more than 18 inches. And that, I can assure you, is the Ryder Cup for Europe.
We're certainly getting the emotions going. Does anyone in our audience remember that moment from Jamie Donaldson at Glen Eagles in Scotland? Was anyone there? They were. They're just waking up. Has anyone had a coffee this morning? Yeah. Brilliant stuff. Are Europe going to win? I just wanted to know. Oh, I think there'll be slightly more. What about America? I know we've got lots of American fans. I have to ask you, are the United States going to defend the cup? We'll get them warmed up. We'll get them warmed up. It really is building here. It's brilliant. And the pairings were announced yesterday at the opening ceremony. Let's remind ourselves who is playing with who. Jon Rahm and Tyrrell Hatton. They are out first, as I've alluded to. They played with each other in 2021. They're against Scheffler and Burns. No pushover there. Match number 2. The young Scandinavian pairing of Victor Hovland and Ludwig Åberg against Brian Harman, Open champ, and Max Homa. Match number 3. Just after 8 o'clock this morning. Shane Lowry and Sepp Straka. They take on Ricky Fowler, his 5th Ryder Cup, and Colin Morikawa, Open champ, against the final pairing is Schauffele and Cantlay, undefeated in 2021. We're all excited. Cannot wait to see Rory McIlroy and Tommy Fleetwood play together in that final group. So just confirmation for everybody here on the first tee and everybody around the world who is watching this right now. we cannot believe that the countdown is nearly over. That match number 1, Scotty Scheffler, the world number 1, playing with his great mate Sam Burns. Do not forget that Sam Burns, he was formidable at the Dell Technologies match play earlier this year, winning that up against Rahm, number 3 in the world rankings, and Tyrrell Hatton. Both are playing in their 3rd Ryder Cup. Fiery characters, great dynamic. Did you see them at the BMW PGA Championship? A little fist bump from Jon Rahm on the 18th green there with his great mate Hatton. Max Homa, great in the President's Cup, 4-0 in 2022 with Brian Harman, who missed out on the Ryder Cup in 2018 and 2021, but he's in this year against Victor Hovland, who has recently won everything: Tour Championship, BMW Championship, FedEx Cup. Ludwig Aubert, he turned pro in June, hasn't even played in a major championship. He's 23 years young. What will this Scandinavian duo do in their first match, the foursomes? Ricky Fowler back into the fold, missed out on the last Ryder Cup. He's been in great form, a winner on the PGA Tour this season with Colin Morikawa, who's his great mate. He has a record, Colin, of 3-0-1 in 2021. He had an awesome partnership with Dustin Johnson back then. Shane Lowry is playing with Sepp Straka, and Sepp captain's pick. Shane playing in his 2nd Ryder Cup. Don't forget that he partnered McIlroy and Hatton in 2021. Match number 4, it's a scary duo, Xander Schauffele and Patrick Cantlay. They were brilliant in 21. They won both their foursomes matches against McIlroy and Poulter. That was on the Friday. They take on Rory McIlroy and Tommy Fleetwood. Fleetwood Mac duo. McIlroy, 14 points to his name. He's got a brilliant record, 12-12-4. He's played in 28 matches with Tommy Fleetwood, who was simply outstanding in 2018. Amazing partnership with Francesco Molinari, who's one of our vice captains. The vice captains, obviously, they play a crucial role this week. Okay, as I say, we're in Rome, Italy, the first time that Italy has staged this Ryder Cup, and the first tee off is not far away. Being in Rome, don't forget that all roads do lead to this great city.
The Eternal City. Ancient, iconic, epic. Where the foundations of an empire inspired noble leaders who prize courage and respect above all. Great theatres have heralded the bravery of men, triumph and tragedy celebrated on this enduring stage. Before the arches of victory, legions of warriors have fought for honour. Brothers united as one. From these historic ruins, heroes will rise through acts of defiance, confronting their destiny. For allied rivals, all roads lead to Rome and eternal glory.
Well, I was expecting to see some gladiators here in Rome, but I found some toreadors instead. What's your name? Where you come from?
Jaime.
I think I can guess.
Jaime, we are from Madrid, all 4 of us. We have been waiting for this moment for 2 years almost since we bought the tickets. Just hoping that we can see Ram win all the 4 matches that he plays. Respectfully, he plays 4 matches, and we see Europe win. Just have a great time and go Europe.
Absolutely, I absolutely love these outfits. It's brilliant. You have got pretty much the best seat in the house here. You are so lucky. I hope you realise how lucky you are. You are right at the front, and you will be, well, Jon Rahm, when he hits that opening tee shot, Tyrrell Hatton just below us. You're about 20 yards away from that. The view is going to be spectacular.
Yeah, sure. We had to fight for these seats at the beginning, but we got it. We are pretty excited, and we hope to see great games today.
Just give us a sense of what Jon Rahm means to Spanish golf. Obviously, there's been so many great champions from Spain in the past, Seve Ballesteros, Jose Maria Olazabal, and now Jon Rahm is really leading the charge for Spanish golf on the world stage, kind of picking up the mantle now from Sergio Garcia. He's such a fiery character. Everyone loves to watch him. What does he mean to Spanish golf fans?
I think Jon has changed a lot what we see, how we see golf in Spain. We have Seve, we have Chema, we have Sergio. But I think Jon has come as a fighter, someone that has come since the very beginning fighting from himself. And he's a pure fighter. He has won already 2 majors, and we expect that he puts his second Ryder Cup here. So best player that we have in every single sport right now.
When the pairings came out last night and you saw the groupings, who each player was going to be up against, did that make you feel confident?
Yeah, because I don't remember them exactly. So, yeah.
I can read them out for you. You've got Rahm Hatton against Scheffler and Burns, then Hovland Aberg against Homer and Harmon, Lowry and Straka against Fowler and Morikawa, and then the final match, Fleetwood Mac, Rory McIlroy and Tommy Fleetwood against Schauffele and Cantlay. Does that make you feel confident as a European fan?
Yeah, I mean, we've traveled from Spain. We need to be optimistic, no? I just hope Jon Rahm hits the first shot and go Europe. Yeah, we'll see what happens.
We saw the partners yesterday, and we thought they were really good. I think we have a very good team in the meaning of friendship this year, so it's an advantage.
And I mean, there's loads of empty seats now, but this is going to be absolutely packed. 5,000 spectators all sat here watching the action as it unfolds in a short amount of time. The atmosphere is going to be special.
I think we have been waiting for this too much. It's our first Ryder Cup. We hope it's the first out of a lot, and we expect the public to be impressive here. So we are expecting a lot from this Ryder Cup. Last word on Jon Rahm. Is he going to be the MVP for the European team and carry them home?
Sure, like the last one. He is the best, so he's going to be the MVP, of course.
If you guys were to play here on the first tee and take that first tee shot, would you manage to get it past that lake that's about 100 yards away, or how's your goal?
Probably 250, something like that.
Oh, he's confident. I like that. Well, as if by magic, apparently Jon Rahm has just made his way onto the practice green to get ready for his match. We were expecting the players to head out there to start their warm-up very, very soon, and I think we can have a look at live pictures of him right now. There he is. You might be wondering, why is it so light there? It's not because of the sunlight. They've got the floodlights on so he can see his ball and putt and practice and get ready. So these are live pictures here by the first tee. Jon Rahm on the putting green, just getting ready, looking very relaxed, and he'll be in that first match. Jon Rahm and Tyrrell Hatton against Scotty Scheffler and Sam Burns, and that is where we're going to head now. So thanks so much, guys. Enjoy your day.
Thank you. Thank you.
And go Europe.
Thank you. Go Europe.
Oh, and the sun is, it will be rising in a few minutes' time. We're here on the first tee. The capacity here is 5,000. I reckon we've got about 1,000 people so far. They got up very early this morning. They've had their breakfast. They're ready to cheer on our 4 groups, teeing off at 7:35 a.m. We just saw Jon Rahm on the putting green there. I spoke to him at Wentworth at the BMW PGA Championship. I asked him what it's like to walk on this first tee of a Ryder Cup. He said it's simply like nothing you can describe. The heart rate is through the roof. move, you feel like your heart's coming out of your chest, but he loves every second of the Ryder Cup and he cannot wait to get started. We saw that friendship with Tyrrell Hatton at Wentworth and how they reacted with each other on that 18th green, and they're paired together again. They played together in 2021. I just heard that Sam Burns, he's made his way to the passing green right now. He's playing with Scotty Scheffler, obviously, in that first pairing against Rahm and against Tyrrell Hatton. There is Burns. He joined the PGA Tour back in 2018-19, has made the FedEx playoffs in every year, and this is his first Ryder Cup, playing with his great mate Scotty Scheffler. Just to remind you once again, he did win the Dell Technologies match play earlier on this year in March. What a great victory that was. But he will have had a lot of advice from Scheffler, who's playing in another Ryder Cup. 7:35 is the tee off. These players, they will have got up probably an hour and a half ago, had their breakfast, made their way to the course. They certainly do not want to be late for one of the greatest moments in sport. This atmosphere is going to be, it is electric already, but it will be off the charts very soon. Match play is like no other format in golf. It's all about tactics. It's all about that relationship that you have with your playing partner. Sir Nick Faldo said yesterday, the chemistry between these pairings is so important. Who will have the upper hand come Sunday? Will it be the United States of America, the defending champions, or will it be Team Europe led by their captain, Luke Donald? In terms of match play, let's dive in a little bit more.
Go for broke and go for the green on your tee shot, or play it safe and lay up. That is the Ryder Cup in a nutshell. The Ryder Cup put the majesty of the drivable par 4 back on the golfing map. Holes like the 10th at the Belfry encapsulated the roller coaster ride of the competition.
There is a magnificent golf shot. Now remember, this is a par 4 and he has driven the green.
How do players approach the risk-reward holes when they are at different times in the match? How does each format help shape these decisions? It's as much a mental contest as it is a physical one. There's a lot of chess being played out there.
Incredibly, the USA and Europe have both averaged exactly 3.7 strokes on short par 4s, under 350 yards.
On the back nine of Marco Simone, there are two drivable par 4s that will be getting a lot of attention at this year's Ryder Cup. The 329-yard 11th and the 303-yard 16th. For today's longer hitters, these numbers are well within reach.
The 11th, the easiest par 4 on the golf course, saw around 15% of players try to drive the green in both 2021 and 2022. That decision gained over 2/5 of a stroke over players that chose to lay up.
On the 16th, those numbers are even higher. Nearly 30% of players went for the green and gained nearly half a shot on those who didn't. Weighing these choices on these two crucial drivable par 4s could make a huge difference.
In 4 balls, you may well see one player lay up and one player go for the green. In foursomes and singles, you may well want to see what your playing opponent does first, and maybe let them make a mistake. Decisions.
Welcome to one of the greatest events in golf and one of the greatest in all of sport. The USA against Europe.
There's something about coming together as a team, unifying to play for something bigger than ourselves, and the Ryder Cup does that.
This looks good.
The team, camaraderie, chemistry, everything about it, it's captivating.
Red versus blue, Europe versus America. It becomes theatre. It becomes an occasion.
You know, your emotions are in it the whole week. There's a lot on the line.
What a thing to do at a time like this. Oh, beauty!
That's what the Ryder Cup is all about. Stunning performance.
And finishes in style. Unbelievable.
Beautifully hauled. And that just draws the line under one of the great Ryder Cups.
You go through these incredible emotions together and you come out the other end usually better for it.
Oh, this certainly does mean more. I think we need to give the lady next to me a massive round of applause, everybody. European Solheim Cup captain, Suzanne Pettersson. Suzanne, I'm just wondering, first off, what is this atmosphere like here on the first tee of the Ryder Cup? You've just come from Finca Cortesín in Spain, where Europe retained the Solheim Cup. It's it's great. It's getting going, isn't it? It really is. It reminds us of last week.
Yeah, I know, but this is like on steroids. This is much bigger, probably more intimidating first tee. It's more kind of compact. This is going to be so much fun for the guys and even for the crowds. This is a very special event that brings out a lot of emotions, a lot of adrenaline, and it's going to probably be some pretty good matches as well.
Have you had any sleep since last week?
That's all I've done is sleeping. Really? Yeah. But it was so much fun, so worth it, and it was almost more fun being a captain than being a player.
You played in 9 Solheim Cups. Yeah, as captain, you have no control once your players are out there. But just tell us about your team on the last day in those singles matches. The likes of Caroline Hedwall and Carlota Ciganda, my goodness, playing in a home country. The first time the Solheim Cup was being staged in Spain, it was a brilliant few moments, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it was nerve-wracking. We knew this was going to come down to the wire. I mean, we were all tied coming into Sunday, and we tried to do a lineup, and you never really know where it's going to go, but that it all came down to Carlotta's match for her to hold the winning putt. It's obviously based on the other ones taking their point as well, and Cara Hedwall turned her match around, and that was crucial.
A bit of royalty there, King Felipe VI of Spain. We had the closing ceremony, just spine-tingling moments, so many emotions. This first tee here at the Ryder Cup, teeing off, as I say, you've played in 9. What is it like? What are the nerves like as you step onto the tee?
You just want to get the ball to rest on that tee once you're about to hit, but it's emotions you never felt before. You go out there and you don't play for yourself, you play for your teammates, your friends, your country, your continent. It's just a massive pride. So, I mean, just enjoy it, embrace it, because it's so special.
There has been so much going on this week here in Italy. We had the opening ceremony and the foursomes were announced. As a captain, how difficult is it to put those pairings together? Luke Donald and Zach Johnson have had to do that, and it's foursomes this morning, as I say.
Well, I mean, it's hard. I mean, we got off to a rocky start. But
after the first session, it was 4-0 to the Americans, but my goodness, what a bounce back.
Yeah, but I mean, I think I still would have done the same pairings on Friday morning. It's just how this crazy game is, right? So I think from the player's perspective, go out there and try to do your best and try and get your point for the team.
How much did you look at stats, format, friendships? How important were all those?
I think stats has become a lot more important over the last few Solheim Cups and probably Ryder Cups. I know Luke has been big into the stats, but I would say like in any other rules, there's an exemption to every rule, and these guys have a heart as well, and it's got to be the dynamic that it works on the course. So it looked very well thought through when I saw his pairings yesterday, so I'm sure it's going to work out just fine.
What's your prediction for this first session?
Well, I don't know. 2-2 would be a pretty fair bias.
You could say 4-0 because we are in Europe.
I'm not going to put the pressure on the guys.
Listen, great to see you. What's your plan for the day? Will you be out there watching some of the golf?
Well, I'm a huge golf fan as everyone else here, so I'm just going to enjoy the show, and it's going to be fun. It's my first Ryder Cup in Europe, so how fun is this in Rome? Beautiful city, beautiful stage. So let's go for a European day out here.
Awesome. Can we give Suzanne Peston a round of applause, everybody? European Solheim Cup captain. Thank you, Suzanne. Enjoy your day. Have a great time. This first tee, it really is electric. Let's get over to Adam and see where you are. Adam.
Well, we're here on the bridge just above the putting green, and cameraman Tim can turn around and just show you the hordes of people racing in. They've now opened the gates, the general admission tickets. It is a flat sprint to get inside the grounds here at Marco Simone Golf Club. Absolutely brilliant. Look at all those people. So excited to watch the action here on day one of the Ryder Cup. Absolutely fabulous. There is not a spare patch of turf to be seen as all of these fans are streaming in. They'll be finding those vantage points all around the course here. Some of them will be heading to the first tee to watch the opening tee shots. Others will be heading a little bit further forward, maybe to the third, the fourth, the fifth, just to find an area to watch the action. We're on the bridge. This is where the players walk from the putting and chipping area just directly behind the first tee to the driving range. So let's take a little wander. We'll have to make our way past all of these cameramen. Oops, sorry there. Camera ladies there as well. And we're going to head over. There's Jose Maria Olazabal filming the crowds moving in. He's ready for Team Europe here on day one. He's been at many Ryder Cups, but you can still see the excitement on his face, that big smile. He'll be supporting Jon Rahm on the first tee in a short amount of time. They'll be out there in about half an hour. Here we go, we're heading over, and away to my left is the driving range, and the players are involved in the first match of the day are either there now already. You can see Sam Burns, he was the first to make his way down there with that Team USA mullet that he's sporting here at the Ryder Cup this year. And then Jon Rahm in the distance in the blue, he's just got there as well. And we're going to hand back to Di, but that is the scene here at the driving range.
Thanks very much, Adam. I am on the first tee with Vice Captain Thomas Bjorn. Good to see you, Thomas. How are you feeling this morning? I think, yeah, you get a little ripple of applause.
Excited. You know, we're all excited. This is it. You know, Luke's worked extremely hard to get everybody to this point, and now we're ready to go. You know, we have a fantastic team. We've had a great week, but now starts the serious end of it, and everybody's excited.
Can you believe it's actually arrived? It feels like the build-up has been going on for so long now. You had the opening ceremony yesterday. It really is spine-tingling. I mean, surely you bring so many memories from Paris 2018, and that's a lot of the chat in the team room and reflecting on all those brilliant moments.
Yeah, well, we have so many great things to draw on, you know, in our history, and we obviously have Jose in the team room. He did a little speech to the team last night, and you know, that's always very passionate and very, you know, gets everybody into the right frame of mind. So, you know, we know what we're doing, we know what we draw on, we know what we can do, and you know, we're just ready to go, excited.
There's a lot of noise on this first tee, isn't there? So many fans from all over the place. It's like no other. Which, are we allowed to ask you, which European pairing excites you the most?
All of them. You know, we win all of them. We know we need 12 guys playing well to win this. So we're excited about our team, our whole team.
Yeah, Fleetwood and McIlroy at match number 4. So much chat about that over the last 12 hours since it was announced. We cannot wait to see those two go out there. How revved up are they?
No, they're good. They're good. And you know, they both done it before, and they know how to go about the morning. You know, everybody's excited. Everybody's got all those things that go through their body on the first morning of a Ryder Cup. But you you know, those who have the experience, they want to go out and, you know, people that want to get out on a golf course and play the golf, you know, those are the guys that you want to see, and those two are certainly that. But, you know, we look at our whole team, and that's our job, and we have, you know, we feel we have 12 deep to do well here.
Thomas, what was your best tee shot in a Ryder Cup?
Oh, I tell you, I've actually hit some good first tee shots in the Ryder Cup, so I'm one of the fortunate ones, but I'm glad I'm not teeing it up this week.
Listen, Vice Captain, thank you so much for chatting to us. Rome is fantastic here, it's absolutely brilliant, and Thomas, the stage is set, we can't wait.